Hey guys, welcome to M&MM IELTS. Today's video is about essay writing. So what I decided was that let me select an essay topic and not only select it but also discuss, how should you tackle essay? What is that thing that you should start with? What are the points that you should keep in mind in when you are solving your essay, when you're writing your essay, I would say, and also write an essay and show it to you as to how would I write an essay if I have to write one, because this is one of those topics that I've seen that has got repeated quite a few times, and I was like, why not share it with my students on this platform so that you can watch it, you can learn maybe a few techniques as to how can you write your essay. I'm not encouraging you to memorize this essay, nor am I asking you to create a template for essay, but it is always a good idea to come across essays that are suitable for a perfect score, for a perfect band, so that you can think in that direction and you can get a similar score, which is a perfect score for your writing, for your essay. Let's get started. So, the first things first that I will do is I will read the essay title and I will understand what am I supposed to do, what am I asked in this essay. So, first things first. Animals should be kept in zoos. Okay, that is my sentence. Understood. Do you? So that means they are asking for my opinion. So I have to share my opinion. That is what I have understood. Do you agree or disagree? So I have to take a stand. Either agree or disagree. I would take a stand for any one of them because it says agree or disagree. Okay. So I'm very clear with what I have been asked for my essay. Now, the structure that I normally prefer is introduction, body one, which means I will explain my ideas and my using examples. Body two, which means I will give more ideas, more explanations, more examples, and then at the end, conclusion. So, this, according to me, is a very balanced way and in a very balanced, structured way you will write your essay. Introduction and conclusion, first and last paragraphs. In the middle paragraphs that you have, they are all your ideas and your explanations and your examples, which actually explain why you are supporting whatever you are supporting. So let's see the first paragraph, which is my introduction paragraph. So this paragraph I will call my introduction paragraph. In introduction, what I have done is, in my opinion, so I have made it very clear that I'm sharing my opinion, which is what I have been asked here. Animals belong to forests and not zoos, and strong actions must be taken across organizations that work in favor of zoos to earn profits. In my introduction, if you have a look, I have not given any detailed explanations or I have not shared any ideas. I have not shared any example. Introduction is not for all this. Introduction, all I have done is I have just taken my stand. The way I have started my essay, I have made it very clear for the examiner that I have given you at the very beginning what you've asked for, and that is my opinion. I have taken my stand. The examiner has a clear picture now. What will I be discussing in my essay? That's how I will open my essay. Let's move to the next paragraph. To begin with, the condition in which animals live in a confined space at any zoo is upsetting to witness. So, I've given some explanation as to why I feel it's not good. Animals not only have to survive in small cages, but also are isolated, as there are not many animals that live together in a cage like they would have lived in natural habitats. So I have given two reasons at the very beginning, okay, why I am not supporting zoos. So first one was the confined space, second that they are isolated and there are not many animals that live in a community like they would live in forests, how animals live in groups and herds. In zoo it is not possible, so they would feel isolated, they would feel lonely. So I have given my two strong reasons for my opinion. Now, I personally feel that the moment you share your opinion, the next thing you should do is give an example that supports your idea, that supports your opinion. That is the best way of structuring your body paragraphs which have explanations about your ideas. So, for example, on my recent visit to a zoo in Queensland, I saw penguins and polar bears living in a hot climate, which is opposite to their nature because they are warm-blooded species and are supposed to dwell in cold and snowy areas. So now I have shared one of my real life experiences. Now, if you get an essay topic, if you're lucky and you get an essay topic, which you've sometime in your life, in your past, you've experienced it before, or you've seen someone who's gone through that, it becomes very easy to think about ideas and examples in those scenarios. The struggle is when you come across an essay title and you have no clue because you've had no experience of that specific topic. So topics like this, I'm pretty sure that at least once in your lifetime you might have gone to zoo. So think about that day. How did you feel? Did you only feel good, or did you feel bad for any animal or any species? If you felt good and if you feel that that's a good place, that's a safe place, you should share what you feel. I am just sharing an essay, how to write an essay. I am not asking you to support this view or idea. This is my view, and I have just shared it with all of you. Then comes, it was also sad to see that visitors would make noise near places where animals sleep, especially while clicking pictures that would bother the animals. So the last two sentences are my examples. First two sentences were my ideas, why I do not support zoos, and the last two sentences in that same paragraph are examples. I've shared my real life experience, which is a very good way of expressing why you don't support something, because you've witnessed something negative and hence you're not supporting it. Next paragraph. Now, because I am giving more and more information about my point of view, about my like why I feel this, why my mindset is set that I don't want to support zoos, I'm giving more and more ideas, and hence I've used the word additionally. I believe that living in captivity contributes heavily to the mental and physical sickness of the animals. Again, I've shared another reason why I feel that. Along with sickness, it also reduces the lifespan of the animals due to lack of exercise, spread of chronic diseases, and proper nutrition. So, I have shared more and more ideas. I want to make sure that I am giving enough content to the examiner so that I know by the end of the essay that I have shared enough ideas, enough examples, I've given enough explanations to convince the examiner that yes, I have been successful in delivering what I wanted to deliver. And at the same time, I have to make sure that whatever ideas I have shared in both the paragraphs, especially the second and the third paragraph, they should not be same. The explanation should not be same. The examples should not be same. I should not be repeating the same words or phrases or sentences again and again. That is a sign of poor command over your language, over the language, because if you use the same words again and again, you lose marks. So if you have a look, all my ideas are different to each other, my examples are different to each other. Then comes, it has also been found on several research and investigations that there are zoos that would release the animals in the wild after those animals go old and sick, because it gets expensive for the staff to maintain the health of animals. So again, I have shared dark side of zoos, that when the animal is too old and when they feel that now we can't take care of this animal because it's very expensive, the medications, the doctors, the nurses, all those wet bills that they get, and they will not be able to provide proper nutrition based on the disease, they will just release the animal in some forest or wild because they can't take care of that animal anymore. So now that that animal is out there, it has no experience of hunting and living in wild. It has always lived in captivity. So again, the animal would struggle and maybe die of starvation. That is what I've tried sharing here. So then, these animals that have never survived in the wild when released in forests do not live longer and die out of starvation, as they've never had the practice of hunting. I have also given a reason why they would die, or even adjusting themselves to climate changes, because in zoo, if an animal lives in zoo, if it rains, there's a protection. If it's snowing, there's protection. There's a lot of protection. But in wild, they need to figure out the solution. If it's hot, if it's raining, if it's snowing, they need to figure out the solution. So it is a complete different life when you are in a zoo and when you are in wild, and it's very difficult for an animal to switch from one to the other. And that is what I have shared here, that this also happens, and hence I don't support this. And I've given all those ideas and explanations, because I have to make sure that I at least write 250 words. So even if you write a little more than 250 words, there is nothing harm in it. And then definitely I have now shared all my ideas. Now I want to conclude with my, my belief, and then I want to conclude my essay. So how do I do that? To conclude, I would stand by my opinion. So I have made sure, I have made it very clear that the opinion I had at the very beginning, I still have that same opinion. That zoos are no less than prisons for species that deserve a much better and healthier life. Schools should educate students and create awareness that animals are a part of our society and should be treated with love, care, and respect. Now, the reason I wanted to share the answer is just to make it very clear that it is, we should not be threatened with essay writing. We should not have nightmares for essay writing. What you need to understand is a few basic things. The structure of your essay. Are you introducing it? Are you concluding it? Have you given ideas? Have you given explanations for your ideas? Have you given examples for your ideas? Are all your ideas different? Explanation, is it all different? Example, is it all different? Are you repeating words? Are you repeating phrases? Are you repeating sentences? If not, that's good. These small little things, when come together, they make a brilliant essay. It's not that you have to be Oxford level all the time to get a good score. No, you have to just be careful of basic things. You should be able to communicate your message very clearly from the beginning to the end. And you should not beat around the bush. You should dive straight in. You should be to the point, and you have to make sure that when you proofread and when you feel that yes, my job is done, there is no spelling mistake, there is no grammatical error, and the most important, that you're not repeating the same word again and again, and you're not repeating same ideas again and again. That is definitely one of those reasons I've seen that people get less bands and scores, because they're just talking about the same thing in different style. That is not good. You have to address different issues every single time, and that is what makes a great essay. I hope this video helped you a lot in terms of guidance for essay. But if you are looking for essay writing for a specific topic and you want me to share answer for that essay, put that in the comment section below, and I'm more than happy to share answers for those essay writings for your IELTS exam. All the best, and bye for now.